Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Lonnie. So if you want to see how I got this look, stay tuned. So I already did my brows off camera. So moving to the next step, I used the LouiseRumor base in the shade 4 to prime my lid. And I use this all over my lid to help from creasing and just keeping my eyeshadow in place all day. Moving on to eyeshadow, I started with my Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette Remastered, and I went in with the color Man Eater as my transition color. When applying the transition color, I love to use a fluffy blending brush because it helps to blend out that color perfectly. And also when applying the eyeshadow, I like to tap the color in instead of swiping because it helps bring out the pigment. Next, I'm going to go in with my Morphe 3503 Fierce by Nature palette, and I'm using the orange color Ball of Fire to go over top of that red color that I just used as my transition color to blend out the harsh lines at the top. That same palette, I'm going to go in with the dark brown color that's called Jaunt, and I'm going to use that in my crease. Using that same palette, I'm going to go in with the shade Smoked Out, and I'm going to use that in the outer corner of my eyes. Now it's time to cut the crease. I'm going to go in with the LouiseRumor base again in the shade 3. So I didn't want to do a full cut crease, so I'm going to stop it right before I get to the black color that I put in my outer corner. And then I'm going to go back in with that color to kind of smooth out the P. Louise base that I just put in. So next I'm going to go in with the shade Inferno, and I'm putting that all over my lid. And this shade is a rusted red, is very glittery and pigmented. And you'll also see that I'm going to go back in and spray it with my Fix Plus so that color can pop a little more. So I did my other eye off camera as well as applied my Veleasha lashes that I got from Amazon. Moving on to foundation, so I'm going to be using my Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and I'm in the shade Macao. You guys, this has turned into my favorite foundation. It has been hard for me to choose another. This feels so good on my face and looks so great. If you haven't tried this foundation before, please go pick you up some. Also, you will see me spraying my face with the NYX Bear With Me spray. You guys, this is a staple. I use this after every layer of makeup that I use, and I learned this technique from a Philly makeup artist by the name of Saida. If you haven't tried this before, please try it. It will make your makeup look so beautiful. Foundation is all blended out, we're going to move on to concealer, and the first concealer that I'm going to use is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. I love to use this shade first because it's not that far off from the color of my foundation, so if I miss any spots with my foundation, this will help conceal it, and then I'm going to go in with the lighter concealer. So the next concealer I'm going to be using is my Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Biscuit. You guys, this thing may be small, but a little goes a long way and it works so perfect. So now it's time to set this masterpiece. So we're going to go in with our Sacha Buttercup setting powder and apply that all over the place where you highlight it or you use foundation, just to make sure things stay in place. My main focus areas are under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, the upper lip, and also my smile lines. Going in with a fluffy face brush to blend that Sacha Buttercup powder off my face, and I'm trying to get as much off as I can before I go in with my powder. So the powder that I'm going in with is the Sephora MicroSmooth powder. You guys, if you haven't used this before, it's kind of like a dupe for the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, but it's a little cheap and it still works just as great. It's one of my favorite parts. It's time to get that glow going. So I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild Megaglo highlighting powder, and it's in the shade Golden Flower Crown. Y'all, this is one of my favorite highlighters, and it's affordable. You can get it from Target, Walmart. You guys, if you haven't tried this already, please go get this. Now it's time to go in with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. So moving on to my lips, I'm going to line my lips using the infamous MAC Chestnut liner. And once I fill them in, I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place Barely There lip gloss from the new nude collection that they just dropped. You guys, these new lip glosses are amazing on brown skin. So if you haven't tried them, go get your hands on some. So there you have it. That's the finished look. So cute. The skin looks great. The eyes are popping. Lips are popping. So if you like this video, please comment down below, like, subscribe, and make sure you come back for another video. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.